Hello everyone, and welcome back to Raviol Puzzle Design. This is Juana as always, and I hope you have your mate ready or the beverage that you're drinking today ready because we're gonna continue with the Thinky Dailies. Today we're gonna do week number 2 of these puzzles. But before we start into these puzzles, I just want to show you that I've been writing a daily blog. I don't have many entries yet. This just started. It is on Board Game Geek, and I will leave the link to the blog on the description. And it's a free blog where I'm writing some of my puzzles, how do I design puzzles, and a little bit of the YouTube channel journey and so on. And I'm doing this while I'm searching for a new job. So in the meanwhile, this brings me some motivation for the day, and it brings me some structure to do throughout the day while I look for a job. But without anything else to say, let's continue with our daily puzzle. So today we're gonna start in puzzle number 8. This was done in March 11, so we are quite behind, but it's all right. It says the rival informs the group that nobody cool is solving even old Sudokus anymore. What do you mean? I am cool and I like even old Sudokus. The hot new thing is parity partitions. Here's one of mine. Parity partitions. Let's see. Parity partitions by Martin Ender. I never heard of this one. Today's puzzle is parity partitions. Partition, an original rule set designed to recontextualize yesterday's even odd clues in a different type of puzzle. Divide the grid into non-rectangular regions. Oh, I like that. Each containing one shape clue. Circles are part of odd-sized regions. Square are part of even-sized regions. Says keep in mind that regions must contain exactly one clue. Regions cannot be rectangular, which means they cannot be square either. And regions with a circle have an odd number of cells. Regions with a square have an even number of cells. Okay. So, containing the shape clue. Circles are part of the odd size regions, squares part of the even size regions. So basically, we know that this is gonna be an even size region, and it cannot be two because otherwise it will be rectangular. So it needs to stretch at least one, well, at least two more. But now, right now, we don't know if it's gonna go here like this or if it's gonna go down. Now we know that this circle must be at least 3 because it cannot be 1. So it's going to be like this, and it's going to be at least 3. So let's create those boundaries. Now we know that this guy here is going to be 4. Hope it makes sense what I'm saying, but I think we're doing this right, and there can only be 1 per region. This will have to go like this, and we have to make a wall here. It has to go down because it cannot be rectangular. I like that rule of non-rectangular shapes. It makes you make these weird things. I love it. This has to be at least 5, and we cannot close here, so this needs to go out a bit more. This will also have to go out a bit more, but we don't know in which direction. Okay. This one we have to go out one more at least, because we cannot close here. So we cannot close here, so let's put it further down. But at some point it will have to come out. At some point. We could close here, but we don't know if that's correct or not. Let's see. So clearly there is a wall here. This guy here, it cannot turn left, because otherwise this square would be just in a square. So we have to create a wall here. That means that it has to move to the right. That means that it will close this guy here. If we close that guy here, this one will extend further. This cannot be 4 because there is a circle, so it will have to extend at least one more. And this guy cannot be just one long stretch, so at least it will have to come down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It needs at least one more, which it makes sense. So now we could close it, but we don't know if that's right or not. I have the feeling that this is gonna be only 3 squares. but I cannot be sure. So this has to be at least 4, and this also has to be at least 4. So I feel that this will be like this. I could be wrong. Now I'm just eyeballing this. Yes, but it's gonna have to be like this. That was, oh, wait. That was not the best explanation of how to solve that last part, but it was kind of like feeling like I had an intuition that it was gonna go in that way. That was good. As a rival halves, I don't know what that means. At our friend's speedy solution, a senior solver appears. Everyone to the hall, please. Oh, let's see what's up. The grand hall now contains a selection of puzzles and the solvers who created them. Oh, I like that. Solve a puzzle and its setter becomes your mentor. Ooh. And now we're gonna do a Shikaku by Murat Kantonda. We have seen this person, this tiny before, and actually I think we have solved one of these ones before. This is a Shikaku, a classic Nicolai genre that was first published in 1989. So basically, now we have to make, in this case, rectangular shapes, and each shape must contain one of these numbers, and the number says how many tiles are in it. So let's go. So the first thing that we can know is that we have to make walls between these numbers. Great. Now, this, for example, look at this. This is very cool because this is rectangular. This square here has to be part of something, right? Now, if it would be part of something down here, it wouldn't be possible to be rectangular because it would have this small bit there. So that means that this is part of the 8. And now we know that this is going to be a 1 by 8. So we just define that section. We can do the same with the 2. I'm not explaining this very well, but I know we are in the right track. So the 12, the only way that we can make 12 here is by doing a 2 by 6. Great. Now this 2, I think it can have multiple configurations, so I'm not going to touch that 2 for now. Let's see this 6. This 6 can be something like this, but if it does something like this, the 8 won't be able to make a 1 by 8. So that means that that's wrong. Let's just go back. So that means that the only other way that we can do a 6 is a 2 by 6 in this direction. And that's great because it defines that the 8 is going to be like this. And now it also defines the 4. Oh, wait. Do we have a problem here? We might have a problem. We might have a problem here. I think we did something wrong. Wait. Is that the only way that we can do 8? Yes. What about, there is something weird with this 8 here. Actually, I was wrong. Before I said that this was the only way that this 6 can be, which is wrong. There is another way, which is 1 by 6. Exactly like that. And now it just defines everything else. Nice. We avoided something bad there. Excellent. Well done, Murat Kantonta. I love that. I love this puzzle. I think it's great. Our thinky friend has attracted a mentor. She beams with satisfaction and beckons them to follow her. Who is our mentor? Let's continue. Mentor and mentee head deeper into the tangle of rooms. It's a struggle to keep pace, and our friend is forced to stop to get their bearings. And now we are gonna do a Hamiltonian. I've said before that I'm not a big fan of these Hamiltonians. This one is designed by Jin Hu An. So we know that in Hamiltonians, these crosses here, they will always create crosses like this. So we can just fill them. And we know that in the corners, we can fill them like this as well. Tiki. Great. Now we can start solving the puzzle. So now, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. So this square can only go forward. And that means that this triangle can only go down here. and this will have to move to the left. And this guy can do multiple things. But, well, no, I cannot do multiple things because if we go down here, who is going to cover this square there? So let's go back. You will have to go like this. And you will definitely have to go like this. That means that these two connect here. And let's see. We have we have this square here that follows this path, and we can right now connect it to this path. We have this circle here that follows this, and we will have to connect it here. And if we continue following, we are right in front of the circle. That means that this is a triangle. This was like an easy to medium level. Our friend gasps. Instead of an office, they arrive in a cavernous room covered with intricate mosaics. I like that. Let's continue. So today we're gonna solve up to puzzle 14. That's the goal. Let's see. Oh, look at this beautiful image. Mosaics. It seems this mentor's specialist subject. I like that. Her eyes light up as she brandishes a tiny tile. Even the smallest are vital to the whole picture. And we're gonna do a square jump by Martin Ender. It's a 3 difficulty one. This is Square Jump, a genre invented by American puzzle designer Eric Fox in 2022. Wow, this is quite a recent puzzle. I like that. I like new puzzle designers creating new type of things. Let's see what it says. Divide the grid into squares without forming a four-way junction of borders. Numbers must be a part of squares with matching side length. So that means that these are just one. Regions must be square shaped, so we cannot do these weird things. And four region borders cannot meet at a point. So we can see these points here. That's wrong. Numbers indicate the side length of the square that contains them. So we know that these are all ones. This is going to be a tough puzzle actually, or it feels a bit tough. But we know that we start like this. We start like this. Now, because we have to make square shapes, this will be a square, a 1 by 1, because it cannot be a 1 by 2. Now, this one is, we cannot do it. I just wanted to write here that we cannot do this line, because if we do this line, then we have a four-way intersection there. So this has to be at least a 2 by 2, and it can only be a 2 by 2 because there is no space for a 3 by 3. Excellent. We also will close here, and we will also make here a 2 by 2, and this will also have to be a 2 by 2. This also will have to be a 1 by 1 and a 2 by 2 here in this corner, and this corner will also create a 2 by 2. I guess we could do 1 by 1 and 1 by 1 in this one, right? I guess that's true. In that one, we could potentially build some 1 by 1s, but I think in these cases these are correct. Is when I feel that maybe I did something wrong. Actually, here, here I think there is a possibility of the same, that we can create 1 by 1s here and then a big 3 by 3. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So then let's leave those ones open. We do know that this is a 1 by 1, and we know that this is a 2 by 2. Yes, absolutely. We know that that's true. I think I could be wrong. Let's see. Um, we know that this one we cannot do a 1 by 1 here. So we know that this one is at least a 2 by 2, like this. If it is a 2 by 2, we could do that. This is the same as we did before, but nothing prevents us from making something bigger like this, right? Nothing prevents us from doing this. So those are the two options that we have there. Ay, 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 ay. I have the feeling that we are gonna build a huge square here in the middle, like a 4 by 4, I guess. But how can I prove that, right? I have a feel. No, we cannot build a 3 by 3 here. Just because of this, it creates a four-way intersection. We can also, oh, we can also not build a 1 by 1 here. Does that mean that this is gonna be a 2 by 2? Yes, because we cannot build something bigger. Perfect. We know that this is a 2 by 2. This will have to be a 1 by 1. Great. And let's see, can this be a 4 by 4? Yes, it can. Yes, it can, and I feel that actually that's a correct solution. Let me just go with the flow here. It does look that we are right. There we go. That last bit of the solution was not that elegant. We could have achieved that in a more logical way, but we got there. She watches apparently as our hero handles the tiles with care. This is one of the solver's oldest patterns. I really like that. That was a good puzzle. That was a good puzzle. I like new puzzles, and it felt very interesting, very new. That was cool. That was cool. Hamiltonian Plumbers by Martin Ender. The mentor appraises our friend. They will need a toolkit, but there is a spare in the workshop. Come back when you have it. There's like this beautiful plant there. Is is too, how do you say, difficulty level 2. I'm not a big fan of the Hamiltonians. It's not that they're bad puzzles, just that I found them very simple so far, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay that they are simple. And this will connect like this. This will have to connect like this because it is another other option. This will have to extend. There we go. This guy will have to go up and then to the left. You see, it's almost done and we haven't even started solving the puzzle. But that's alright. Let's follow the square. The square goes up here, down, tiki tiki tiki. And then if we want to match this guy here, we will have to go up and up. That means that the triangle, we have to move here and match the triangle. And lastly, the circles will connect like that. Well done. Our hero finds himself back in the now empty grand hall. They could swear these passages have shifted. Oh, okay, let's refill our mate for our last two puzzles. Let's see what's up. Oh, look at this image. We see again this tile here. We have seen it before, so there is something going on with that image. A distant hunting echoes from above. A distant humming echoes from above. These stairs are in need of better lighting, but perhaps the hammer up there knows the way to the workshop. Sorry for misreading that. Wasn't that careful. This is Nakari by Prasanna Seshadri. So let's try to solve this puzzle. We know that there are no light bulbs in here. There are no light bulbs in there. What else can we know? Oh, we know that there is a 2 here, so there is a light bulb here and a light bulb there. Fantastic. Oh, there are no light bulbs here as well. So that means that this one says that there is one light bulb here, and this one tells us that there is one light bulb there. We'll solve this inner part here. I think we can just with one light bulb, with two light bulbs here. That's solved. Let's continue. How do we? Oh well, how do we light this square here? Only with one light bulb here. And then this 3 says that there will be 3 light bulbs there. There must be a light bulb there, and the last 2 are gonna be there. Nice. I like this light bulb thingy, and I like this construction. Sorry for all the noises, so many things. Emerging from the newly lit spiral staircase, our hero manages to startle the solver's happily humming janitor. Let's go for the last puzzle of the day or the week, the helpful janitor. Once they regain their composure, the janitor is only too happy to help our friend. This simple riddle should take them right to their workshop door. Oh, it's one of these ones where we have to look at the image and try to solve what's going on. Okay, 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 okay. So we have clearly we have six letters. We have to well, not six letters. We have to submit six of these symbols, and we have six cogs. So each one of these cogs will give us one of these inputs. This is done by David Staffel, and we see an example here. The outside cogs divided by the inside cogs give us the number 2, because this is 6 divided by 3, that's 2. And that means looking down, because the 2's are there. Oh, now let's see. Can we divide every number by the one? Can we divide every outside number by the one inside? For example, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divided by 5. That would be a 2. Oh, I would like to write this somewhere, but this will give us a 2. Then this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 8. This will give us a 1. This is 4 divided by 2. That will give us a 2. This is probably a 10, I would say, right? Or a 12? I think it's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 divided by 4. This is a 3. So we said 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 8 divided by 2. That means 4. And this is 5 divided by 1. And that's 5. So what do we do with that now? Let me write this down, because I will completely forget what's going on. So we said that the first one was 2, then the next one was 1, then 2, then the next one is 3, 4, and 5. Now we have those numbers. Excellent. Equals 2, and then equals down. Why? Why? Also, right now a friend is coming to pick me up, so I don't have a lot of time to do this. So I want to solve this puzzle as soon as possible. Why is 2 equals to down? We have the sequence. I think 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the sequence. Now the question is it because the 2 is here? This makes no sense. This makes no sense. I don't know. One of these moves to one side and the other one moves to the other side. Because there is no 5 here and there is no 4. So what are we looking for? Is it like 3 plus 2? What happened? So while I was trying to solve that last puzzle of the video, I got interrupted by a friend who just arrived to the house. So I stopped recording, and the only time that I could record again was right now, which is the day after I started recording the other part of the video. Now, you saw me struggling with that puzzle before. So behind the scenes, I said, like, let's try to figure this out, because it really took me a while to understand what was happening. And finally, I did. I did crack it, but I'm not too happy with the puzzle. So let me just bring this down to the corner again, and let me show you how I solve it. So let's go again to this puzzle. So I did use the all these clues. However, all these clues gave me the same information that I had. So to be honest, I didn't find the clues useful. Um, yeah, I didn't find the clues useful at all. But that's okay. I think they're useful. It's just that all the things that they gave me, I already knew it. So this is the answer. But why is this the answer? So we had cracked before that we needed to take the outside gear teeth and divide them by the inside gear gear teeth, or yeah, these metal rods, and we got the sequence 2 1 2 3 4 5. Now we need to translate that sequence of these cogs here into this device here. Now this is the part that it took me a while to understand. This cog over here, which number is 2, is moving to the left. That means that we are going to use the inside wheel to decode the number 2. So the inside wheel says that the cog is, the number 2 is here, so that means down arrow. Now the next cog, and as you can see, is gray and this one is gray, is moving in the opposite direction because we have two cogs working together. So we're going to use the outside wheel. This one is 1, so 1 is here, and then it's to the left. This one we're going to use the inner wheel here, and this one also the inner wheel because they are attached by this pulley, or I don't know how you call this. So they both use the inner wheels, and this one uses the outside wheel. Now this one over here, the number is 4. Now there is no 4 here. So basically what I said is, uh, because there is no 4, we can do like 0 1 2 3 4 and use the 0 again, and that's why I put an arrow moving, pointing upwards here. And then here the number was 5, and we are supposed to use the inner circle 0 1 2 3 4 5, and that's why I use the right pointing arrow. And yeah, and this is the answer. If I click here results, it says our hero calls out their thanks and rushes off towards the workshop as the janitor resumes their cheery tune. So that was it. That was the last puzzle that we're gonna solve for today. I have to say that I really enjoy all these puzzles except the last one. I don't know. I felt that the last one was a little bit weird with the 0 1 2 3, like, and going around the circle. I didn't like it. I didn't find it as elegant as other puzzles. Hey, maybe that's just me. Tell me what you think about the puzzle. Tell me if you enjoy it, if you liked it, and if you are liking this series, please leave a like, leave a comment below, and yeah, and just leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next week. Bye bye.